right, all right, all right.
Hello, hello, hello.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Wednesday.
We'll give everybody a couple minutes to get up in here.
I'll make sure my
There we
volume's
go,
off.
Craigers, Logan. What's happening? Hope you guys are having a good night.
Hello, my friends.
Let's share this shit.
How's everybody's week going? It's already Wednesday. What the fuck?
How is it already Wednesday? Like Wednesday night already.
Why is it telling me to sign in for my YouTube? Because I had to change every single password this week because I got hacked, motherfuckers.
I'm guessing.
I
It's usually
I don't even know my sign in.
You just
Oh,
created a new
Google.com.
one. You just created a new one.
I
She
know.
got hacked. So if you got any fucking
Friend request.
friend requests from Beth,
It wasn't
ignore them,
me.
delete them.
I put it out there on FB.
Did it
Just
on the what?
Which I don't understand is how they could do another friend request when do they just change certain? I don't get it. How can I be me and then somebody else be me at the same time? I mean, it's really hard to be me. First of all,
Is it?
yes,
Is it really?
Yeah,
On the internet? You're
Yes.
never on the internet.
I'm unique everywhere I go.
Unique AF.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Ruben, what's going on? I know.
Um,
Not that bad at
it's
all.
asking me for a password. I'm like, what did I change? See what happens? Thank goodness I have a password vault.
A what?
Password vault.
What is that?
Password vault.
Oh, like where you save your
The vault
passwords?
where I
on
keep
your
all my
phone?
passwords. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That's good. That's good for you. What?
I
You got
love
it?
it when
All right.
kind of.
Can you turn down the volume on your shit?
It's not mine. I think that was yours.
No, definitely wasn't.
Well, I'm not there yet, so I can't.
Sorry, guys. Hey, welcome to the Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and
I'm
that's
Beth.
Beth, and she is
Trying to log my shit in.
because she got hacked. Just randomly.
I know.
It's all
So
the
weird.
Fucking porn books you're reading.
Maybe it's the porn I'm watching. I haven't watched porn in forever.
Are you going to
Ain't
like
nobody-
one of
Ain't
those
nobody got time for that shit.
those crazy Japanese sites?
No.
Not using like Pornhub like everybody else.
I mean, I like to mix it up a little.
What are you into? Like
No, I don't mix it up like that. Like
weird.
some of them are
Cocky.
geared for women. It's women's porn. I don't.
What is that?
There's no.
Isn't that the
they-
same thing as
It's supposed
dude's
to be
porn?
more romantic. It's not.
nobody has time for that? Like
Well,
literally, you got
it's-
one job to do.
It's
Do the job, get it done, move on
get the
with your
fucking
fucking
let's
day.
go.
Like,
I don't need the romantic music in the.
we don't have
dates at the
time for
beginning,
this shit.
because it does start like it's a date at the beginning of those. It's kind of funny.
The dude's just like, the dude ones are just like spitting on a girl and then slapping her in the
gagging her, making her not breathe.
Those are the guy ones. Like, not all guys are into that. Some dudes definitely. I'm sure the girls.
Well-
There's got to be a few into it.
I'm sure
Cheers,
there's
what's
girls
up,
into it.
Dan?
I have friends that are very much into the whole gagging and choking and like making them black mascara running down their face.
Ruben said the Harlequin romance novels have corrupted her phone. Probably. Craig
don't-
said, I'm sure she watched that episode 3 of Sex Life Netflix.
What's that?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's
I'm
on
gonna
her-
write that shit
Like,
down. Sex
but
life.
it's probably
Netflix?
not even. She's gonna write.
I'll write that down.
Next time
Listen.
Greg's out of town,
This all benefits you, brother. So
maybe.
yeah, don't be
Maybe.
shy. We're talking about my porn habits. I don't really have a porn habit. I
How many
don't.
books have you read?
That's not
742.
porn. That's erotic romance or just
It's
romance.
basically porn for your brain.
Some of it, yeah. I mean, some of it's worse than others, but the ones I've been reading lately are pretty tame. It's more about the story with a couple good sex scenes in there
What's this
mean-
Why?
because it's good.
Do you know how many other good books you could be?
Hey, I read good
Gigi, what's
books.
happening?
I still read good books,
Gigi's
but
a
my
mouth
choking is great. I have to tend to agree
Whatever
with
you're
her.
in there, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be knocked out and get two black eyes, but
Yeesh. Yeah, don't be that Dodgers. I'm not even really into
we're not
baseball
gonna
much.
we're not gonna
but-
talk about it since we don't know the whole story. But
But we know the story that's out there, though. We don't need to get into it.
there's Ruben says allegedly there's a well-endowed man doing full frontal in a shower scene in that episode, according to Mr. Ross Patterson. What is it? Just a show about sex?
Oh, this is that one they were talking about yesterday. Okay, so there's evidently this dude has like a solid foot-long dong. Like,
Is he like that dude from the
Full
old
on.
days that could bend over and
I don't.
I can't even.
John Holmes or whatever.
I don't know
He's
what his
dead
name was.
now.
Yeah.
Whatever. Gigi, no problem. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for
in
joining
a
us
few
for a
minutes.
little
yeah.
while.
Yeah, but evidently he's got like a giant.
So what is this? Now I got to see what this show's about, though.
I don't think it's really about the show.
No,
It's about
this
this
dude-
man's dong.
It's about his wiener, and that's
I don't
it.
know. It's just all it's about.
Or what do I call it?
I
Get a
guess.
fellow from your brother's winky. About his winky.
I'm thinking. I don't
If it's
know.
that big, can it still be a winky? I don't think
No,
so.
it's definitely not called the
'cause
winky.
that's
It's
kinda
called like
cute.
the hammer or something. It's definitely something different than the winky. Or maybe it is called the winky, and he's got like a little pet
Just a-
nickname. You can get like those now. You can get like those
Sombreros
those
or-
little ear hats. It's got like the little
Or a little sombrero and
little
sunglasses.
sombrero on it. He just walks around.
He's
Call
like,
him
"Hey."
Winky.
Look at my winky.
Winky. Dog
Ugh.
running around. Oh man.
That's funny. Big dong. So Saturday night fights.
No,
Well, are you
hey,
going to share where
Gigi.
they can find us? What?
you can do what anybody can do whatever they want. Absolutely.
Hey, we all have our own kinks. Let's not shame it
Yeah. As long as you don't die from it
or kill anybody.
or kill anybody. Or leave people with black eyes. Don't do that.
It's got to all be consensual.
Definitely. For sure. So
If you're
that's
both
our
into it.
stance, God damn it. All right, so you can find us on
Okay.
where can we
Ruben,
find
I
us
will.
on?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.
Yep, you got it. You nailed it. You can find us on all of those. So,
Under The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
yep. You can even search just Beth and Greg. You can find us.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Have you seen Emilio at the gym again?
I have not yet, but
Okay.
it's all good. That was a gentleman that randomly walked up to me and said, "Hey, you're the dude from that
You're the
podcast."
show.
And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it's kind of cool. It's always kind of fun. So I want to do a quick UFC follow-up because, man, it was a good night, right? There was some good fights.
It was a good night for you, not necessarily me, because
Oh.
I lost.
You lost. I did, but you won last time, like,
I know.
handedly. I won this time handedly. And
I
it's-
let you pick first. That's why.
No, I let you
No,
pick.
you picked the first fight, and then I picked the second fight. Yeah,
this time-
we did it backwards.
No, I always did it the same.
Did you?
I did. It's ladies first. You went ladies first last
such
time.
a
as well.
gentleman.
But
We didn't turn our lights on. What the?
let's turn them on there.
My sun bright.
Light bright. Isn't that what it was called? Was that thing called a light bright? Bright light?
Nightlight? Nightlight?
I don't know.
I don't know what
No,
you're
there was
talking
light bright. I don't know.
about.
Whatever.
Okay.
When you were little, no, they didn't have that back then, did they?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I cannot
toys?
confirm.
They didn't have toys back then. Huh?
Oh,
Like you had a little wagon wheel you played with.
Such a bitch.
Gigi said before I leave, Beth, once again,
you.
another on-point blouse.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Color cut, everything. She's very pretty.
Aw,
beautiful. Thank
sweet
you.
boy.
All right, so UFC.
Choked on my own
No,
spit.
I did win. I did
did.
won this one. We just do the last top five or the
Right,
final five
big fights.
fights, right? So kind of the headliners out. Really, the headliners aside from the Connor, we'll get into that in a minute. But the headliners were definitely the dude that drank once he knocked out Tom Hardy.
Out of
I
every
said
single
Tom
shoe.
Hardy. Fucking where the fuck is his name? Greg Hardy. Tom Hardy knocked out Tom Hardy.
The
Like,
actor.
wait a minute.
And he
Yeah,
proceeded to drink liquid out of.
beer. He
Well,
was
some
drinking
of it
beer.
was beer. Some of it wasn't.
No, it was all beer. It was
but
beer. He was
Did you
chugging
see the
them,
guy
and
put
then
the
he's
hot sauce in the beer?
Did he?
Yeah.
And then he's walking down.
That's
the-
when he put the guy gave him his like work shoe. He poured the beer in it. While he was pouring the beer in it, he didn't see him sprinkle hot sauce on it, and he chugged his beer. And then he was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Well, what do you expect when you take random drinks from people?
Dude,
First of all,
Come on.
and nasty
random
ass shoes."
Like
Oh.
you're just getting a staph infection from the inside out at that
Seriously,
point.
I mean, I guess maybe it could make his immune system stronger.
No. There isn't a shot in the world that's fixing that shit. So I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of a highlight. But the other one, I mean, really one of the ones that stood out, and I think everybody can agree with this, is the zombie kid, the fucking Chris Mutino.
I mean,
He literally got lit up.
can you imagine how
230 something
bad
punches.
he
I have a
hurt the
picture
next
here.
day?
I'm just calling him the zombie in my notes because so literally this is kind of a note here. It says if there was any question left about just how tough this guy
He
is,
was a tough mother.
he showed up early to coach his class first thing Monday morning.
Well, and he only had 10 days to prepare for
prep,
this
yeah.
fight. And he wasn't in the UFC
No,
before
this
he
is his
got
first fight.
invited.
And he just walked. He was
I mean, he's
constantly
not
pushing
too
forward.
bad. Like, you can definitely tell his face is swollen,
So
but I
there's some-
expected it to be worse.
There was some like kind of like immediate like shortly thereafter some video came out where we're talking and stuff like that, and his face he's beat up, right? But he took 230 something punches,
And he didn't get knocked the fuck
and
out.
he didn't get knocked the fuck out.
He didn't even really get like dazed
I think he got put down
once, but he like shook it off.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we were talking about it, and several people in the group thought this will probably be his only UFC fight.
No.
I don't think so
No.
either.
Dude, the guy got a $75,000 bonus just like a heart.
Shut
like,
up. You know, he quit his job like a month ago.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get.
I think
something.
he still lives with his mom.
Yeah, I mean,
Cute kid.
but you got to keep in mind he trains and he also has another
He's working
job.
full time. Not
right?
anymore.
Fuck that. Yep, he's done.
I
So-
mean, if he could condition full time, can you imagine what a badass he'd be if he's
Just that
working
amount of
full time and
heart.
part time?
Dude.
I mean, most of it is mental.
Yeah.
Yes, physically shit happens and that stops you, but a lot of it's a mental game. You know,
Pushing through.
so at least that's
fucking
what you tell me all the
that many-
time when I think I'm gonna die when we're running. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
Just think through
Just
it.
go through it. Push
Think
through it.
murdering you.
But I mean, when you're getting punched in the face that many fucking times, and he was nailing him.
yeah, no.
And he was just pushing. Yeah, it was.
And he
amazing.
gave him that dude, and I'm not a fan of that. I can't think of the guy that he fought. I'm not a huge fan of his,
what the
but
hell's
he
his
gave
name?
him huge
O'Malley.
props. He was like, that kid's a badass, you know.
Fuck yeah, man. Go through. I mean, like, it's not
yeah,
like
CG, you hit it. The
it's
tenacity
not
of this kid.
sparring.
was
that's
amazing.
Not sparring. The other dude was legit trying to tee off, and he was. So when they called the fight with like 20 or 30 seconds left,
Right.
I was totally fine with it.
I mean, part of me was and part of me
The
wasn't.
reason being is this: if he's taken that much damage and he gets
Knocked out on top of
then
that.
something else could have happened.
Sugar
so-
Sean O'Malley.
Thank you, Sugar Sean
O'Malley.
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
And
There you go,
Gigi,
thank you.
question for you. At Catholic schools, they were into drinking from
What's up, Miss
shoes?
Campianga?
Ooh. Well,
I don't know.
Well-
I don't know. I don't know what that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not drinking out of somebody else's dirty.
I'm
ass
not
shoe.
either. What if they don't wear socks and they have athlete's feet?
What if they're leather shoes and it's summertime?
Well, it's like that dude on the plane. The minute he took his shoes off, I was like, that's disgusting, dude. I can smell your feet from over here. Whew. I don't know. But so, yeah, that kid was pretty amazing. I was super impressed with him. And
Yeah, it's just I mean, I hope I really honestly hope I think he's gonna get some sort of contract, even if it's just, UFC fight nights or something like that. But this
thanks.
is almost next beyond like. He was already in one of the top 5 fights.
Yeah.
So this isn't
I
like a
mean,
fight night kind of thing.
Right. He made his debut in the best possible way that he could.
Fuck yeah.
And
Even
I think-
to lose a fight.
I think even though he lost the fight, a lot of people were like, holy shit,
He
this
made a name
kid's
for himself.
amazing.
And I think that green hair definitely helped him out. It made him stand out, man. It was just a good fight. So thank you. I appreciate that. I was growing it out a little bit today.
Your
It's about-
hair?
It's about how long it takes to grow out. And
Yeah,
then,
it's been
of
about a week.
course, we had Conor McGregor. So, Conor McGregor,
So, okay.
we
So
were talking about this just
what
off camera
happened?
before.
What ended up happening? What was his injury?
So, he broke his tibia and fibia.
Okay.
He needed to have a post put in one of them and then plates and screws in the other.
Oh, fuck. He fucked himself up.
So, I've gone back and watched a couple of different videos on this, like breakdowns and like super slow motion videos, and it's one of two things that look like happened. So he had stress fractures either beforehand, because that can happen when you're kicking heavy bags, and I've done Taekwondo for a long, long time, and you kick heavy, like you can hurt yourself from kicking shit real hard
Right.
after a while. And I don't give a fuck how strong you think you are. These guys aren't gigantic dudes, number one, right? You're looking like 150-pound dudes.
Right.
Like their muscle, they look super ripped, and they are,
Well, because they have no fat.
right? But their legs aren't super thick or anything, right? So you kick somebody, and there's one where Dustin leg checks him, lifts his leg up and checks his, and it kind of looks like it kind of like pushes together, and it could either be that it's like
Like
flexed
it
a little
compressed
bit,
a little bit.
or because it didn't. I mean, it looked kind of bone on the side of his calf, right? But he'd come across, and there's the blade of your shins kind of right there. So if that flexed it, or there was another one I just saw today
Logan, totally. I couldn't watch it
where
again.
he does basically like a push front kick. It's like a keep
Right.
neat kick.
Yeah.
It's like a boom, like just a flick,
Fast.
boom, right?
Right.
And he draws his elbow, he blocks it and brings his elbow
Ow.
down, kind of like that, like boom,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And I've got dents on my shins
Right. From
from
doing
getting
this shit.
those, like people fucking driving their elbows
Right.
into my shins, and they're permanent. They're never going away. right? It just happens.
So is that a career-ending break? I mean,
Depends.
is he gonna have a post in his leg the rest of his
Yeah,
life?
he's gonna have a rod in his leg. So basically, he's gonna be like fucking.
What amazed me is he was so like I know he was still pumped on adrenaline,
The amount
but
of a dickhead he was.
I know. Well, he was still so. Besides that, so he was still pumped on adrenaline, but I'm pretty sure I'd have been screaming my head off.
No, he was screaming. He just, I think he was on it. He had an adrenaline high happening.
Yeah.
But
Well, and that's where I'm always torn because I'm a huge fan of his, but he's so disrespectful. The hardest thing I have with him.
he's
I
had
mean,
other fights where, like, even his last fight,
yeah,
he
but then
did all this shit, and then they were like buddy or kind of whatever you want to call it, right?
I mean, I know some of it is theatrical to.
See you later, GG. Have a good night.
Bye, Gigi. Theatrical to like make it more intense, but I mean, he just does stupid stuff. Like when he started that fight a few years ago and threw a chair through a glass, and now he's calling this dude's wife inappropriate names when she's done
And
nothing.
she's just walking out, flipping him off.
I
'Cause-
mean,
So there's all sorts of speculation about, okay, she was in my DMs, get her out of my DMs or whatever, right? My direct
I
messages,
know what
right?
a DM is.
Okay,
honey.
just making sure.
Shut up, bitch.
21. But some people are like, I think she was just fucking going after him to be like, because he was supposed to donate some money after their last fight.
McGregor.
Yeah,
Okay.
and never did.
Okay.
And was like, where the fuck?
Where's
You
the
know, kind
money?
of those types of things. So I don't think that there's fucking, obviously she's not like, hey, McGregor, you're hot kind of thing. I don't think she's that.
Right. She was probably.
Yeah, and even,
Poking the
even the
bear.
post-fight, they were talking to fucking, what's his name? Again, dude, we are the worst people with names ever.
Don't loop me in this circle.
Anyway, but they were talking. And he was like, "Yeah,
One of
my
the
wife's
commentators?
on, yeah, my wife's on log. Like, she's good. She's whatever." And it's just kind of one of those. It's gonna be at least a year, probably
18 months, I think. Probably.
until you have an eyelash right there, and until he's because he's over
Trainable?
there like 6 weeks on a crutch, 6 weeks on a crutch. I'm like,
Dude, you
motherfucker,
just got placed
6
in
weeks
a
on a
post.
crutch, yeah, and then a year of rehab, just because your bone has to grow back together, right? Then you got to start, okay, so 6 months maybe, and then you're looking at 6 months of training to make sure that leg is strong enough. This can be atrophied as shit,
Yeah.
and you're already a little dude, Dustin. Thank you, Dustin Poirier. So he was like, "This isn't over."
So
At the
I think
after
I
fight,
agree with Craig where he said he just basically needs to hang it up. He's done everything because I feel like people get to a point where they win, and they're at the top of their game, and then all of a sudden they just
Right.
start losing and getting hurt.
and that can, yeah, that like it happened to Anderson Silva.
Silva, yeah.
The guy was fucking amazing. Rich Franklin back in the day
I mean,
was amazing until Anderson Silva came
fucked
in
him
and
up.
broke
his
his nose
face.
into 10,000 pieces.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember that, that's fucking
Nose was sideways.
12 or 15 years
No,
ago.
it's like 16 years
Yeah,
ago. We were
those-
still
we
just
weren't
dating.
married, yeah. And you see those types of fights happen,
Same thing happened with Ronda Rousey. I mean, she
Yep.
was at the top of her game, and
the next level comes in.
and they get hurt, and then it's almost
She
like
got
they
knocked out.
they get hurt in
Uh,
some way,
Uh,
but they almost
Holly
come back
Holmes
to
knocked her
train
out.
to get even versus training to be the best, and they just continue to lose. So and I mean, that man has more money than.
It's good. He's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
his
fucking fine.
kids and his
Sold
his
that
his kids,
Shitty
his
whiskey
grandkids,
company
his
for like
great
$150
grandkids.
million.
They're all going to be millionaires for years to come, unless they're all
Generational money,
idiots.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I just thought about that. There was some good fights. I mean, it was entertaining, right? And Chuck, you asked a question up here a second ago. Let me go back to this real quick. Was McGregor still talking shit while he was on his way out? Yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking shit the entire time.
I don't think he knows
He's
how to
talking
not.
shit in the hospital. So
Yeah. I don't think he knows how to not talk shit.
whereas Dustin Poirier is not in the hospital and he's like just hanging out by his pool.
I'm gonna
tonight.
go have a party.
Whatever.
Yep.
So hey,
Speaking of pool, this time last week I was in Vegas, probably just coming off the pool, just waking up from a
Wednesday,
nap. Actually,
it would
fucked
be
the whole day up.
7:30 there.
It was at dinner.
You were at dinner,
Yeah.
hammered out of your fucking mind.
No, not that night. Remember that was the early night because we took a nap, and
No, you just yeah.
Thursday is when I was hammered out
Beth's
of my
just
mind.
recovering from fucking Vegas, by the way.
We were actually
We
just
got
talking
home.
about that.
She crashed out Friday night. We did the show Saturday, and then we watched the fights Saturday night. So it was a pretty
We-
late night on Saturday.
Yeah,
for you.
because we had some friends over and we all hung out till
She went through withdrawal till Monday afternoon.
withdrawal of what?
Alcohol.
Oh no. I only drank a few on Saturday.
How's that fucking nose ring doing?
I mean,
She's bumped that thing about 84 times.
so I have to learn to take my glasses up and off and not pull them down, and so my little frame keeps getting caught on it. It doesn't hurt as much as it did like day 2 when I did that, but
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I've only done it like twice today, and versus the 5 times
Does
I
it
was
still
doing
hurt
it.
like shit?
No, not real bad. I
Like
mean,
you have a
I blew
booger
my
in your
nose
nose?
today. No, I blew my nose today, and I was like, oh, I could
I just
actually
imagine
like.
it feels like you have a booger in your
No,
nose.
it doesn't feel like you have anything in your nose.
You sure?
Because you know I'm the worst at that. So
I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's get into
you don't
this
know
shit.
if you want to get a nose ring?
No, I'm
You're not allowed to get a
Well,
nose
what
ring.
about Lenny Kravitz has one?
No,
I don't think it would be good for my.
you're not
Jiu-jitsu.
allowed to get a nose ring. You're not that kind of guy.
Real not.
You
Ruben
you
asked
have
how many
no
times
hair
did
and
you
a
go to
beard.
Thunder Down Under?
I
They didn't do
didn't,
that,
but
they
we
went
did
to
go
the,
to the Atomic Saloon.
which
So,
was Guy Girl.
Stephanie sent me, and I forgot to tell you, I should show it to you. Stephanie sent me, remember we were talking about that girl, and I was like, dude, her ass was incredible.
Share it.
Stephanie sent me this in a text, and she was like, that ass. You find the cable, I'll find the text.
Poor planning. Hang on. Fuck, honey. No dead air.
Well, I didn't know that you were going to be. So Steph sent the picture, but I found a ton of videos that I had taken. I need to put the one that we were talking about, the guy with the puppy, because it was so much more than what we just talked about. It was really great. But this is the girl. I know. I'm watching you, waiting
You're
to
about
see if you're going to break
3,000
stuff.
cables back here,
How
by
about I
the
just
way?
give you my phone? Here, just take it and go.
Because you got other shit to show anyway. There you go. Thank. I don't know.
No.
Stories.
So this isn't. I mean,
Story
it's not
time.
super long, but I mean, I would smack her ass.
Can blow it up a little bit. There you go.
I mean, she's pretty fucking hot. There's longer video, I'm sure. I didn't videotape her like I did the other dude, but
Honey.
what? I'm an equal opportunist, just not when it comes to
That's why you're always in
videotaping.
the bathroom for so long nowadays. Post trip, you're just hanging out in there.
Watching
Fucking-
videos
You're
of
fucking
scantily dressed men.
just watching your videos of fucking to be in Vegas this weekend at whatever El Chapo's.
So back to yes, my nose ring is getting better. I still think I want a little smaller one, but we'll see. Like you and your wing, your ding
Wing
ding,
wing.
your wing. That's the new
California
name.
shit. So Neiman Marcus. So have you guys seen like all the shit that's happening in California? Like
Well-
Walgreens is leaving,
Well,
Target's
yeah, and
leaving.
this is part of the reason why, because this is starting to happen.
So we're gonna get into like the rest of the story tonight.
Where is my text? This is starting to become like a regular occurrence.
Where people are just fucking ripping off stores.
One of the videos, so
Which is
I'll
fucked
show
up.
this
So,
video.
like,
one
in
of the
San
videos.
Francisco, all
San
the
Francisco,
Walgreens left,
uh,
or almost.
almost all of them. I
Yeah.
think they've left a handful, and those are closing at like 5.
Yeah.
So they
Might
no
as well
longer
be
will
in a
have.
pandemic. Or
They will no longer have 24-hour service.
You
Hold
know
on real
what's
quick.
up.
I know
Okay.
I will. But it was crazy. So I was watching this. I was watching another. I was watching it on the news. There was one of a guy in a bicycle in
Oh, I saw that, and the
Walgreens
security dude's just
stealing
standing there.
drugs, and everybody's just
No, it
standing
wasn't
there.
drugs. I think he was. I don't think he was standing.
Well, not. I mean, not pharmaceutical, but like
Like cosmetic or
yeah,
like those,
something
like over the counter
like
kinds of
yes.
shit.
And
Getting all that
everybody
Sudafed,
just
fake meth.
well, Sudafed's behind the counter now.
Oh.
Just standing there watching, and then I was like, he doesn't have anything covering his face. How can you not find him?
Oh no, because they don't arrest anybody, and when they do arrest somebody, they just fucking let him go because of San Francisco. San Francisco's fucked up. Like when we were there last,
It's been
Like,
three,
5
3
years
to
ago.
5 years, somewhere around
And
there.
even remember then we were out at Fisherman's Wharf, and there was kind of maybe that was I can't remember if I was on a different trip, but you and I
When we went to Alcatraz.
it was that time, and we were just walking around. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and like
It was a little
They were
sketchy.
just it was sketchy at
the
Fisherman's
part
Wharf.
that used to didn't be
Yeah,
sketchy.
The time before, which
Mhm.
was granted a fucking,
Another 5 years before
Yeah.
that, but yeah,
you know, and you
no
go,
longer
like,
than that because we went
we
on
went
our
to the
first
same.
trip.
Okay,
Went on
so,
our first
yeah.
trip. So yeah. Well, here's the video. Let me make it bigger. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Is it
There you go. So this is Neiman Marcus,
Marcus?
and these are
9
people literally just
people.
ripping
They
off.
shattered. They went into one of the purse displays and just grabbed as many purses as they could, and it was 9 of them. and it is the middle of the day. It's not even like they're doing it. Well, maybe it's late evening, late afternoon, but they're just stealing shit.
Brazen as
Yeah,
fuck.
and they
But they got their
can't.
masks on, so
They
it's okay.
can't. Well, they can't seem to get any help from law enforcement.
Fucking leave.
Because what law enforcement is telling them is, and to your
security.
point, get your own security. And somebody said, security isn't there to deal with criminals. It's more to deter
Right.
and call the officials. It's not up to them to stop criminals.
So if they do that,
and a lot of them don't have
these
guns.
motherfuckers,
Yeah, and a lot of them don't have guns, so they could end up getting killed for what, a purse?
it's not worth it.
So they're having a really hard time, but it's starting to end. Like one of the couples that they interviewed said,
Jessica,
we love coming to San Francisco. We love coming out
it
here.
was
and
funny as shit. We'd go.
seeing the people. He said because they live outside of town, so once a week they come in. And he's like, and I just don't think we're gonna do it that often anymore because it's getting too
There's other
dangerous
places to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, that's so sad that it's
San Francisco's a cool city for sure. So there's a lot of cool history. There's a lot of cool shit to do there. Different areas
and great food.
Yeah.
And artwork and just so much cool stuff. And it just, I don't
Fucking
know.
sad.
I know. And
Seattle's Seattle. We used to go to Seattle all the time.
Yeah.
Right. It was the same way. It's becoming
There's places
the same way.
that you can't go anymore that you used to be able to go because
I mean, you could still go, but there's a risk.
well, you're
to
going to
it.
go and you're only going to spend half a day out because once it starts to be 3 o'clock,
You're going to really contain yourself.
starts to be 3 o'clock, you're going to be like, I think we should probably go to dinner and go back to the hotel. And I'm like, I'm not 90.
And I'm just going to drink at the bar
Yeah.
at the hotel.
Well, that's expensive AF.
But is it that, or do you want to be dealing with a bunch of fuckheads
I'll just go somewhere else where I don't have to worry about any
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
like downtown San Antonio?
Yeah. Which we never go to, but we
I'm not
totally
going to
could.
Downtown. I live here.
San Antonio is fine.
I'm not going on vacation
wanna
in
go-
downtown
oh.
San Antonio.
I would. They've got this new high-rise hotel.
No.
I'll go without you.
Okay, have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Peace, yo. Let's hang out here at an old Helotes. I'll be in Old Town Helotes at Pete's place.
You do you, babe.
Safety first. Look
Go
at
to-
you
I'll
living
go
on
to-
the edge down
I'll
in
go to the
downtown San
Pearl.
Antonio.
Go to the Pearl. Go to the Riverwalk. I'll go to that place where
We've
Paige
been here for
showed all
3 years. We still haven't been
Still
on the
haven't
Pearl.
gone to the Pearl. One day.
Maybe.
One
So
day.
on top of that,
the
there
whole
was an
pandemic
earthquake.
happened for a year and a
There
half.
was an
of it.
earthquake in California, so even like the rest of California is trying to get away from that shitty part of California. They're trying to like eject them. So there was a 6.0 earthquake
Where?
up like in that area
Okay.
last week as well. 'Cause our notes are some of them are a little bit
Well,
from a
this
couple days ago.
Cambianco lives somewhere up north,
Sacramento area.
which I love
Yep.
Sacramento.
We
We
were
had
there
fun when we went there.
Mhm. Yeah.
You were
This
there
was
for
like
work.
5 years ago or something like
Yeah,
that.
you were there for work, and I just showed up like on a Thursday night, and I was like, okay, let's play
And then we did that, and then we went to down to San
Alcatraz. That's when I
we drove down to San Francisco.
finally, as an adult,
Right.
got to go to Alcatraz. I want to go do their ghost hunt at nighttime there.
There's a ghost hunt I want to do here.
Let's do it.
It's
Do it.
It's at
Do
that
it. Do it.
prison. It's like a few hours from here. Some shit like that.
Huntsville prison?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. There's a prison in Huntsville.
Is it closed?
Babe,
I mean, you don't want to have prisoners there like
I
actively.
don't know. No, that's probably not it then. I don't
No.
want to go. I want to go. Let's do it. I'm going to get scared.
We can do it. We can do it for sure. I'm looking up earthquake.
Oh.
Most recent. No, that's in Indonesia.
How are you not prepared for this?
I totally had it, and then I totally lost it. Shit happened. But anyway, my story. The moral of the story is
Was
that
anybody hurt?
California's all fucked up. No,
6.0 is pretty big, isn't
a
it?
decent earthquake.
What was
for
the one
sure.
that we felt when we were there for Brian's wedding? First earthquake ever.
Oh, we were in Dana Point 2 years ago because
Yeah.
they just had their anniversary last week.
Was it?
July
has
4th.
it been
was
2
4th of
years?
July. Yeah, it was over
It
4th of
is
July
been 2.
weekend.
Yeah.
So that
holy
was
shit.
a like a
was
5.5
big.
or
And it was the
6.
first time they'd had an earthquake there since like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And I remember laying on the bed and
That was just the
we were
first
hungover.
one.
Oh, I was hungover.
I was
And I remember
driving to
you were driving
courts.
and I was like,
I didn't
are
feel
the
that.
and I kind of felt something and then I looked at the window. I'm like, are the curtains holy fuck, I think I just lived through an earthquake.
Yep.
And then
And then
that
at
night,
the wedding,
or no, the wedding, the next, no, it was
It was
later
the-
that night.
No, it was the next day.
No, it was that night. That's, yeah, it was
Oh,
that night.
okay. Then we had the big one,
The big one.
and everything was fucking shaking.
And I was looking at you like, I don't even know what to do.
Like, just get over there.
You were like, what do you don't go under stuff anymore. You go under doorways?
You get under a table if you watch fucking San Andreas.
Yeah, but they don't tell you
They
to
didn't
do
have
that
any
anymore.
tables, though, because we were in a dance floor.
Um,
I just held on to the speaker so it didn't fucking tip
and the
over.
light.
Yep.
And I was like, it's kind of like I'm dancing without moving. People were running out. Do you remember? And I was like, people, it's a cliff that way. Why are you running towards the cliff?
Yeah, there was
that
actually a
could
cliff.
shear.
Yeah.
Come
That's
back.
That was fun. So, I don't know. We don't watch The View, but we know about The View.
I don't watch The View because it makes me want to
But we know about The
throw
View.
something at my
This is an interesting
TV.
pickup they got on their lineup, and I'm calling it a lineup
what?
because a pickup. They got a new
They're going to have a man?
Jerry O'Connell.
Why Jerry O'Connell?
I don't know, and it's not because why did they accept him as a
Co-host.
regular? Is why the fuck did he?
Because it's something different, maybe. I mean,
Maybe it's because he needs money.
I was going to say,
Rebecca Romaine is
no, I mean, I still think
broke?
they're no, I don't think they're broke whatsoever, but I think he probably is just trying to get back on the map, maybe, and this was a great way to kick it off.
because he's going to become, aside from Megan McCain, I think he's the most famous person on it now. Is Whoopi Goldberg's not on that one?
I
Right?
have no idea.
I have no idea.
That other Joy.
I'll go over the names of them. So you got I think this is the cast of The View. Cheryl Underwood, Elaine Welteroth, Amanda Klutz, and Carrie Ann.
How did you look for this?
I googled.
Current.
Let's
View
look it up.
hosts?
Let's make sure because
I don't know any of those because I know Joy Behart.
Is she on it?
I know she used
Who
to
the
be.
fuck are these people that came up with it? I have no idea. It literally says O'Connell is the first male to join the show alongside
Is Joy Behart still on The View?
The View cast. Let's say 2021. So yeah, I don't know why it came up with these fucking people. Yeah, so it is Joy Behar. Come on, phone. Where the fuck? This is a weird little thing. That
Yeah.
happened.
Were you drunk when you grabbed those names?
I just copied and pasted it. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it's got like. Could you imagine being like hanging out
Nobody can
with those
see.
fucking people? No, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows who it is. No.
Well, I'm
Oh yeah, where the fuck did those
I
names come
like
from?
Jerry O'Connell. And when I start hearing
Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, Whoopi Goldberg, yeah, Megan McCain, Sonny Holston.
when I start hearing
Nice. Stand by me, kid. Yeah, exactly.
and maybe this makes me shallow, but when I start hearing people talk about their political views and how wrong this is or how wrong that is, I technically tend to dislike them, and I don't want to dislike him, so I won't watch it all. I don't
Do you
want
think he will, or is he going to try and play that, no pun intended, middleman?
McCain's the middleman, or she's the conservative one, middleman conservative one. I will say one thing, it'll be interesting to have a dude's point of view, and I wonder if he's just going to be like, dudes don't care. Dudes don't care.
You really should.
Dudes don't care.
Yeah, I don't like. This isn't, the Kelly and fucking whatever his name is,
Right.
Ryan
It's not
show,
the Kelly and Ryan. Life
where
with
it's
Ryan,
literally
Kelly and
they're
Ryan.
just like us, like they're like us, of course.
Except they
they're
have
$1
actors
billion,
and a set.
and they're talking back and forth, kind of
Right,
thing, right? But
right.
it's like, I don't know. I wonder if you're even gonna hear his fucking voice
I'm sure you will.
for the first week,
They'll make it a point.
for the first day and a half. Then they just won't be
I wonder
able
how
to
much they're going to
fucking-
pay him.
probably handsomely.
Yeah.
They'll
I'm
probably
just
pay him
wondering,
pretty
like,
well.
because remember, John Stamos did something, and I can't remember what it was, but it kind
That's
of was.
Stamos, man.
But it was kind of something where people were like, "Why is he doing that?" And then all of a sudden, he's the huge comeback kid. And
Stamos doesn't need any money or anything.
no,
He
but
can go play with the fucking Beach Boys and be just fine.
he's in
Like
the
bongos.
new hockey show on Disney. I can't even think of it.
Not
Mighty
because
Ducks.
he needs to.
Mighty Ducks. In that,
See?
I think they're
Emilio
redoing.
Estevez's
I think
role?
they're redoing the Mighty Ducks. I don't know if he's in that role, but I think he's in it.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Thanks for looking that up, Chuck. Appreciate it. I don't know where the fuck these people came from. I
So
literally copied and pasted it from some
I'm
random
gonna have to
fucking
like
link.
start fact checking you, huh?
You're gonna be my fact
I'm
checker?
gonna have to be your
Yes,
fact
I've always
checker.
wanted one of those.
I saw those names. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
That's what I was like. I don't even know who these people are. I'm like, he's definitely the most famous. So, I don't know. Whatever. It's all fun. Ukraine,
So
going back to the heels that Conor was wearing, Conor McGregor was wearing in the meme.
oh, I
Ukrainian
didn't see
army.
Did you show a meme?
Yes,
I didn't see it. Are you sure you showed the meme? When did you show it?
at the beginning. We're good. So the Ukrainian army. If you guys saw this in the news, it's kind of interesting.
So first, let me play the video.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll tell you when.
All right. So set it up a little bit here.
So they're getting ready to have. Of course, it's commercial, so I'll set it.
Yep.
They're getting ready to have. Oh wait, you have to turn it on because I. They're getting ready to have like it's a ceremony, like a anniversary.
Military ceremony kind
Yeah.
of thing. Where they're gonna march the armies out and do
Right.
all their things.
And so
everything that everybody got pissed about, like Trump wanting to do.
right.
That
but
North Korea does.
they are having their women all march together, and they're having them wear high heels.
Which is the dumbest
to
fucking
march.
thing.
Of course, this ad is taking forever.
It's a 47-second ad.
Seriously, I'm like,
It's okay. But I mean,
smart.gov.
you gotta go back to it and you're like, all right.
Okay.
Like what's the
Let's see. It's starting with.
It'll go.
There you go. So it's going to show here in a second, but it actually caused. Oh, here we go. Here's the picture of it.
Some
this is-
uproar.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you in a bit. Like, because
This is a very North Korea kind of thing to pull, though.
I mean, what's the point? Because
They're soldiers. They should be in
boots,
boots.
in comfy boots, boots
Just not-
made
even
for
if
walking.
they're not comfortable.
Boots made
Just
for walking.
boots. They're military, not fucking high heels.
No, they're
Who are they-
military uniform.
Yeah, who are
Yeah.
they in heels for? What's up, Lloyd? they're
And
in
they've
heels for
having
the
them
dudes.
practice. So this isn't something. So they've been practicing like
To wear their heels
longer
to
and longer and longer
march?
to wear their heels to march. It's the 30th anniversary of independence from the Soviet Union, and on August 24th. So they were doing this to celebrate.
Who's fucking? Does it say whose idea it was? Like, was it some random fucking general?
So they've been training twice a day to master the steps and are progressing well. Major Eugene Balabushka told Army
Balabushka.
Inform. Balabushka confirmed the plan is to wear heels during the parade. A cadet at the Military Institute said today was the first time training takes place in the high-heeled shoes. She says it's a little harder than in boots, but we try. You think?
But why? Does it have any rational fucking explanation of why?
No,
Other than it's just fucking
I don't, because they're trying to still I don't know,
be feminine.
but make them
while
feminine still
no.
while being a soldier.
It's the dumbest fucking thing on the planet.
So, but afterwards, a number of lawmakers, after local media picked up the images, began to make phone calls.
Question what the fuck they're doing.
Deputy chairman of the Ukraine parliament joined in and said, equal opportunity, and you're not making your men march in heels, so why are you making your women? A lot of people, the vice prime minister for Europe and Euro-Atlantic integration of Ukraine, that's a mouthful, also said, so they got a bunch of big women to come in here and say, basically, this is bullshit.
Like, cut this shit
Yeah.
out. This is
So
dumb as fuck.
now, so it says shoes with heels are incompatible with the combat capability of soldiers, and the Prussian step on a parade in such shoes is deliberate harm to the health of the soldiers, which is true.
It'll fuck your ankles
Yeah,
up or whatever else.
Your toes,
Yeah.
everything. Heels are not comfortable.
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
they're
You've always told me.
gorgeous,
Yeah, like,
but they're not
I mean, yeah.
comfortable.
Like you bring 2 pairs of shoes to work with you sometimes.
When we go to weddings, I bring 2
Or,
pairs
yeah,
of shoes in the
flats
car.
and, like,
Yep.
Heels. Start them out, and then you're drinking, and you're like, fuck these things.
Right. So, in response to the criticisms, the Defense Ministry uploaded a series of pictures to Facebook of female soldiers for their armies wearing high heels. I think they were like, that probably even made it worse because
Yeah, 'cause
2
there's
wrongs
like,
don't make
hey,
a right.
look,
Yeah.
with these, yeah.
But they stood by their
They're trying to be like, oh, you're not tough enough.
right.
Fuck
Well,
you.
and so they did come back and
kick you with my
say
steel-toed
they're
boot.
not making them wear the heels. They're actually going to
Okay,
wear
good.
the boots.
Good.
So
Imagine
they
if
just
tried
don't
to
know
do
when
that
the new
here.
footwear will be available.
Oh, dear
Oh, I
God.
would throw my shoe at you. I'd be
A
like,
chancla.
you walk a mile in those and then come back to me.
Is there a song about that? Like some old Dolly Parton song?
Strong.
Strong.
I know these boots were made for walking.
That's what I was thinking.
But I sang that a minute ago.
These heels are made for walking.
No. So yeah, they're not gonna have to do it anymore because enough people came in and said this is stupid. I saw it at first and I was like, this has to be a hoax.
You would think, but it's definitely not because it's fucking Ukraine. And there's
Well, they have 57,000 women in their military, and they were gonna make 57,000 women wear high heels
they're
as they
still
marched
a little
backwards.
backwards. Right. They're up to date.
Chauvinist?
Maybe that's what that was the word I was looking at. A little chauvinistic, right?
Pig-headed?
Maybe not pig-headed, just
No.
chauvinistic.
Chauvinistic and pig-headed go very well together.
Maybe.
Just almost broke
I
my
mean,
heart.
you're lucky. Like, I mean, it could be real bad. And like in some places, I'm sure they're like, hey, you're not allowed to wear a T-shirt. You just got to be out there in your sports bra kind of thing. Like some douchebags, right?
I'm pretty sure they probably do that on their anyways, especially if it's hot outside. Sports bras are fine.
Not in the parade. That's what I'm
No,
getting
not
at.
the
Come
parade.
on.
Oh,
now.
you're saying in the parade. I
Yeah.
thought you meant like in general.
All right.
My bad.
Oh boy, my heels always hurt. I'll stick to my boots. Exactly. Cheers, by the way. We haven't had a cheers tonight.
Cheers.
You guys, it's Wednesday night, the 14th.
Already the middle of fucking July. We are in the middle of the year.
You do realize we're closer to Christmas than we are to the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, we're 6 months away from Christmas.
We're closer than that. God damn it.
I didn't drink.
So if you haven't bought any Christmas presents, start getting out there and getting them presents bought. Cheers. Hey,
That's
so
not
this
how we roll though.
this is no, we wait till the night before fucking Christmas Eve. Unless no,
Excuse
I
me.
would say unless something, but no, that's not true. So this is where we get into the kind of the weird shit tonight. I mean, that was kind of a weird one.
Okay.
But tooth jewelry.
Kind of teeth.
So if you ever had a dead person in your family,
Well, yeah.
would you ever make their teeth into some form of jewelry you would wear? Maybe for Christmas.
It depends on how they're wearing it. Like, are they crushing
Can
it
you
and
see
putting
that?
in a? Oh.
It's just straight up a tooth.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, it's a tooth. So
that
there's
ring is
this
disgusting.
Jackie Williams, 27 or 29, sells necklaces. I don't know why her fucking age, because she's a millennial, whatever. Sells necklaces, rings, and bracelets using remains as well as precious gemstones.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. A jeweler in Australia is making a name for herself, creating commemorative necklaces and rings from the teeth of the deceased. Jackie Williams 20, is a owner of Grave Metallum Jewelry. It sells handcrafted pieces incorporated in the remains of the dead.
That's gross. I can't stop staring at that tooth.
I know.
Tooth
right?
ring.
Not the creepiest.
Can you
fucking
imagine
thing.
what people would say? Like,
That's a ring.
Is that fucking real?
Right. As well as teeth, Jack uses hair ashes and has even been asked to.
Ashes, okay. I've heard of people
Okay,
making diamonds
I was
from the
gonna say,
ashes.
like I've heard the diamonds, and
Yeah.
there's certain places you can press it down and it'll create a diamond.
Right.
But that's like extremely expensive, and it's not going to happen like this would. Craftsperson. Okay, so she's even been asked to create a necklace from an IUD.
Wait, what? Like,
An IUD.
like a birth control item?
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
So she said she couldn't do it because
Ew.
it would melt, and obviously they're plastic. Fucking and it's not her. That one goes beyond like her being weird. She's finding a niche.
I mean, I
market.
wonder how she like I'm gonna
She's
make
finding a
something
niche
with
market.
your aunt's
Dog
tooth.
teeth, maybe.
Make something with your aunt's tooth.
I don't know. What do we got on the board here? Because there's some funny shit. I'd rather have a vial of Logan's blood. There you go.
Like
Who wouldn't?
Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton when they wore their vial of each other's
Exactly.
blood around their neck.
I do this work because I want to help people deal with their grief and loss, as it's something that is guaranteed for every living thing. That's what she said.
That's just
No, you wouldn't do it?
Nope.
I've got funny thing. I've got my wisdom teeth in a box.
You have your
somewhere in this
wisdom
house.
teeth?
I don't know why, but they gave me, and they're in a box like a.
You're a
in storage.
weirdo.
Joe has his too. My brother has his.
No,
as
he
well.
probably threw his out.
No, he made him into a keychain.
That is so your fucking brother.
Mine
That
are
is
just in a
so your
little
brother.
envelope.
We're throwing
somewhere.
those away.
I don't even know where the fuck
When,
they're
you're-
at.
when you find them, you're throwing those away.
So that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna.
Can you imagine somebody's
I'm
going to clean
die,
out our
and
house
that's
when we
why
die?
I'm gonna haunt you.
Because I told you to throw out your fucking
No,
wisdom teeth?
because they're in this house somewhere.
Can you imagine when we die and somebody that loves us is going to find those teeth and be like, what in
did
the
Beth
living
do to
hell?
Greg? She
What is
ripped
with
his
these
teeth
people?
out.
Sometimes I want to, but
Oh, yeah.
ew, that's gross. Why would they ever give those to you?
I don't fucking know.
Why would a
I
dentist
was
ever
like
give those back
14 or
to you?
13 I don't know. 14. I don't even remember.
Did you guys I haven't had
I
my
think a
wisdom
lot of
teeth
people
pulled.
back then, like, or you
I haven't
could
had
keep
mine
your teeth.
pulled. Do you guys have your fucking
I think
wisdom
you can
teeth?
keep. Yeah, you can keep them.
It's gross.
Absolutely, I think you can keep them. I'm
I
fairly
mean,
certain it's a common
I
thing.
know my dad might have like one or two of my baby teeth.
Yeah, that's a very common
That's
thing.
still
like
gross.
parents.
Get rid of it. Throw it the fuck away. That thing is 51 years old.
An old tooth.
It's an old fucking tooth. Dunk it.
50 years old. Maybe 50. Coming up
50.
into it.
I wasn't born with teeth, so
Right? Fucking creepy shit. People do a whole bunch of
Oh,
weird
I
stuff,
know.
man. And I mean that's pretty tame compared to some of the shit that we've
Well, like
seen.
if you go into a hoarder's home, oh boy.
Jesus Christ, you got other people's teeth in there. That's the worst.
Ew.
That's where it becomes worrisome. Like like, are you like just somebody that like goes to like an antique store and they just collect random teeth or
Well, and I know
bones
that like
or-
we watch those a lot of the paranormal shit, and they'll have some stuff like they had a picture with that one we were watching. It was a picture of the mom and daughter and a locket of her hair,
Mhm.
and or it was a locket of her hair and a
like a vial or a
no,
tooth
it
or
was
something?
like a little
Yeah, locket. Like, where they
locket. Thank
open
you, I
up-
couldn't
yeah.
remember, and took the hair out.
Yep.
And I
No,
think
that
it,
was a bullshit story.
well, but there's still stuff like that where people put lockets of hair, and I'm like, why? Just keep a
These
picture.
People are all
Just keep a picture of me with hair. It's the same thing.
witches and weird shit. I don't know. Back in the day, people did.
Me too, Jessica. That's
Back
why
in the-
we're so wise.
Back in the day, people did really weird shit though. They take back in the day memorialize people. So
Yeah,
like,
they take pictures of the dead sitting
of
in a
them
chair.
with the, and like they'd prop up their sister next to all
Weird.
the kids. So they had one more picture.
It's so weird. Don't no. I'm
Fucking
gonna do that with you. Put you right up next to your brother and be
camera's
like,
right there. This is a fucking amazing camera too.
cheers. Is it true that people didn't used to smile in pictures because it was?
Stay still,
Why couldn't you just smile the whole time?
because your muscles get sore.
How long did it take to take the picture?
Probably long enough to make you look like a fucking demon if your face moves. Yeah. So you go through all that. I'll slow motion that shit. Gaming. If you guys are into gaming, I don't know.
This is amazing.
So these dudes, gotta find the article real quick. Hopefully I can. There we go. So just recently,
Logan, that makes sense. All his wisdom teeth are gone.
I've got
Your wisdom is gone as well.
no, all mine are gone. Yep,
Yep.
all mine's gone too.
Yep.
Must be a dude thing. I don't know. But if you're into like old school games, maybe you can afford this. I don't know. Unopened Legend of Zelda game from 1987 sells for $870,000. Number one, who the fuck had an unopened Legend of Zelda game? Right? So an unopened copy of Nintendo's Legend of Zelda was made in 1987, has sold at auction for $870,000.
So what you're telling me is any PlayStation game that I never opened, I should keep.
I had that game.
Like I think I have
mean,
Crash Bandicoot downstairs
it wa-
unopened from PS3.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Everybody has that. Heritage Auctions in Dallas said the video game sold on Friday. This is like a week ago. Yes, the 10th. So that the only other game that sold for more than that was sold a long time ago and they just recently resold. It was a
Unopened as well?
unopened copy of Nintendo Super Mario Brothers that was bought in 1986 and forgotten about in a desk drawer, and sold for $660,000, and that was recently resold for over $1 million.
How'd you pay $1 million for that?
Dude, if I had $1 million just to drop on that game, I'm opening the fucking game and I'm playing it. Because if you got $1 million to spend on a fucking cartridge, who gives a fuck? And I'm gonna have a.
Maybe they're thinking about resale value.
You remember back in the day? Did you ever have a Nintendo like at the old school,
No.
the original? You had to like go
I wasn't white.
to get the dust out of the game, and you're always like fucking hitting the top of it to get it to play. And it, like we had, I remember when we got the first one. We got Mike Tyson's Punch Out. We played
I had
that.
a friend that had it, and I would play it at her house. But
You're always blowing into that.
all my white friends had it. I didn't have it.
So yeah, I'm just like,
That's, I mean,
For
to
a-
each their own. Maybe
you're
he's
a
a big game collector,
I mean, it's probably
and you got some money.
Well, it's like Logan Paul. Remember the boxer, the goofy YouTube dude that just fought Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
He had a Charizard, one of those fucking cards, like a baseball kind of card, but it's like a game.
Okay.
He had one on his neck. The card is worth $1 million. right? And he's just wearing as a necklace inside of another frame and all these diamonds and shit, of course, right? But you're like, people collect this random shit through this
Because they can.
because they fucking can. And I don't care.
And they liked it.
Yep. It's
That's
worth that
funny.
much. You're worth that much money. Fuck it.
I mean, that's what I said. If you've got it, why not? You could spend it on worse things, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like cocaine and crack.
Maybe
Whores.
cocaine's not bad.
Whores.
Cracking. Whores? Is that that?
Whores.
Are they that bad?
Yes. If you have to spend money on them,
You're not getting married to them.
just go out and get laid for free. If you have a few $1 million, you can make it happen.
Those are the ones that are going to come back and say something. Like the hookers or the whores.
What?
Just pay them. They just leave. They go home. Is that how that works?
No.
Is that like the social contract you have between you and a hooker?
Till John comes in and is like, "You're coming every Thursday. You're gonna pay for my lifestyle."
No, because he's got all the security. We could go down this goddamn rabbit hole.
Path of make believe that
This
neither one of us
rabbit
knows
hole.
about.
Okay, so I need the clicker, the linky thing. So this next one, I don't know if you guys caught this, but
Why did Ian say marvelous movies? What did I miss?
I don't know. I don't remember. Let me see if I can figure out how to this, because this is normally on your end of the spectrum here.
Yep.
It's gonna take me a second, but there was this fucking. All right, so you know how like you and I we'll go on a. When was the last time we went to a carnival and went on a carnival ride? Probably. I mean, not like going
Disney World?
to not a carnival.
Sometime in California
Did we really? Did we?
when we went to the pier.
But did we?
I think we went on a ride, didn't we?
Oh,
did we
you're
just walk
talking
around?
like San Clemente or wherever it's Santa Monica.
Yeah.
That's kind of like permanent. I'm
Okay.
talking like Carni rides, like fair, like
I don't think I've done that since I was a kid.
yeah, right. Okay, so let me see if I can get this shit.
There's a reason I'm smarter and wiser now, and I know I can die.
Hang on 1 second. All right, watch this shit. It's gonna be coming up here in just a second. This whole ride is starting to like
Can
lean
you make it bigger
back
or no?
and forth. It's as big as I can make it. I can always send the video out after.
What's happening?
Okay, let me rewind it again. So you can see this ride. Watch the base of it. The whole thing is lifting up, and there's people all in this motherfucker, right? And these they're trying to counterweight the fucking ride to keep it down. But like one dude was just like standing there, like waiting for them all to die. I guess.
Where's the ride operator?
I think he probably is on meth in the funhouse.
Where
It
are
finally.
they stopping it?
They can't
Maybe
stop it.
they
I'm sure
are-
he hit the button.
And it just has to teeter back and forth. Until
Yeah,
it
you can see it.
Peters out.
It's lifting up. There's another. This is actually
Insane.
after it's
Do you think the people on the ride could feel it?
started to, dude. They knew. Yeah, they absolutely. They absolutely knew. What would you do?
What can you do?
Fucking. I would get
Hold
off,
on. You can't get off.
and I'd no. Once we're alive,
Oh no, I'd go hit somebody.
I would find meth freak Freddy.
I'd be like, you better get the owner of this right out here right now.
You know that. You know the movie.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead, tell me a little bit about it.
The one with the zombies and they get hit.
Yes.
That one. Here we
Woody
go.
Harrelson.
Yep.
Oh shit! It was right on the tip of my tongue.
Doesn't matter. I would
They
put
did a
him in
second
front of
one.
that goddamn ride and like fling meth head Freddy to fucking
Like they did
the
in
next
the.
state. Yeah, it's all
That's
good.
funny. It is. called-
Zombieland, thank you,
Yes,
Jesus.
I was like,
We are the worst people when it comes to names or anything that has to do with anything that needs a title, a name, or word.
well, because we don't
Speaking.
rearrange it. We just speak from the heart. We're like, that movie. Come on, that movie. Versus, okay, what are we going to make our
That's why
points
we have
with?
IMDb is literally, if you go to our phones,
Literally,
literally
like the second screen.
the first app on my phone. Like, because we're like, that one time, we commit nothing to memory ever.
No, we do. We
Do we?
commit. Like I knew what movie you were talking about, so
I know our
obviously I
anniversary
committed.
date. I know your
That
birthday.
one of us does. Emma Stone. Like I knew which movie you were talking about. I knew the actors in the movie. I just didn't know
Zombieland.
the name of the movie. So I mean, it's what we have peeps for. They help us out.
Thank you.
Friends. Thanks, friends.
Something to worry about in 10 years. If you guys want something to stress about in 10 years. And you live, say, on a coast. I mean, this is big
Where
deal.
did you get this from?
I find shit.
Is this science, Gregory?
No, this is NASA, Gregory.
Is this what's the acronym you came
This
up
is
with?
not one of those. It's not a swag. So NASA predicts the moon will it's hard to even say this with a straight face. Moon wobble to bring surge in coastal flooding in the 2030s. The moon's going to start wobbling. So it's on a rotation, but it's going to start going wobble, wobble.
Why is
wobble.
the rotation broken?
I don't know.
Is the axle missing?
Let's read through this. So coastal communities in the United States, be forewarned, a dramatic surge in high tide floods is just over a decade away. So if you live
Decade away.
in Florida, perhaps
California,
how
Seattle.
about anywhere on the seacoast? Evidently,
Yeah.
just don't move to Texas.
How many miles? That's what how many miles?
So it also has to do with the rising temperatures and the rising seas.
Good gravy.
So
go back to
Alaska's got another decade after that
because it's so
because
cold.
it's still colder. Up there.
Well, wait, hold on. If it's gonna
No,
cause
the ocean doesn't rise in Alaska.
if it's gonna cause it because the moon, what does the temperature have to do with it?
I have no idea. No, just okay.
Okay.
So rising sea levels are going to create higher than average regular high tides, which is going to cause lunar flooding.
Lunar flooding. What the fuck is lunar flooding?
Like you ever heard like a full moon causes higher tides? You know that?
No.
That's just a thing.
Okay.
It's like true. It's like a real thing.
Because it's closer and more
Yep.
gravity.
So with that, what they're saying, if you go through this long goddamn CNN fucking article, which I don't recommend you do because it's a long way away. But I'm just giving you shit to worry
10
about.
years isn't that long way away.
It's long enough.
Long enough for people to move if they need to.
Be forewarned.
So the moon. I still want to understand moon wobble.
They don't talk about the moon wobble.
Well, that's what's going to cause the whole
That's the
fucking
part
thing.
that I wanted to see. I'm like,
that's what's going to cause the whole fucking thing. Why don't they talk about that?
So that's because of how a wobble in the moon's orbit combines with the rising sea levels. The wobble isn't new. It's first reported in 1728. So it's not a big deal. The moon wobbles. It's because of the rising tides. So CNN was misleading, and they're a pile of shit. So
I was going to say,
if you want to worry about it, go ahead. I'm just giving you something to worry about.
Here's
in
the
10
thing.
years.
Some people are going to read that and be freaking the fuck out because
Fuck
people need
yeah.
something to worry about. Other people are going to be like, whatevs.
We should all move to Seattle.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Why Wisconsin?
I don't know. It's
How about they move to Detroit? Let's put
Negative.
them all in Detroit.
Who wants to live in Detroit?
Those people that don't want to get fucked up by the moon
Landlocked.
wobble.
That's what you call it. Landlocked. It's all landlocked.
They got a lake somewhere there?
Does the moon bother lakes?
No. But if they're worried about the moon wobble, I don't know where we're going with this
I
one,
don't
honey.
think you're going
I just
anywhere.
happened to see something on the news and I'm reading about it.
Okay, talk to me about this one.
God damn it.
Megalodon?
Beaches. You're all fucked.
Beaches are a bunch of bitches. Bitches are beaches.
So, there have been, in the past week and a half, 3 megalodon teeth found on the East Coast. All right?
That looks too small to be megalodon tooth.
Nope, it is. It's a megalodon tooth.
How big is
So what
that
does that
compared to a-
mean? So
Sure.
2 in Florida,
Sure.
and then just 1 today I found that was found in Virginia Beach. So Florida man finds, it's always fucking Florida man, finds second megalodon tooth in 3 weeks.
He found it? He
Yep.
found the second one?
He was just
I think
walking
he
down the beach.
I think he pulls out of his pocket, throws it down, and goes, "Oh, look what I found."
Maybe unless he's got 2 of them side by side, which I don't know. This is one of them. Florida man taking a walk on a, they don't even know how to spell. What the fuck channel is this thing? It says talking a walk. On the beach, found
Ian
a
said
4-inch.
megalodons are caused by global warming.
Dude, Jason
Have you guys seen the
Statham.
Meg? Water warming.
4-inch tooth from a prehistoric megalodon shark just 3 weeks after he found a smaller tooth from the same species on the same beach. So he was walking, blah, 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 on Fernandina Beach. I don't know where that is, but it's in Florida, so we'll ask Reed someday. Danner said he found the tooth near where he found a 3-inch megalodon tooth 3 weeks earlier. So this is what I'm getting at.
How big was that one? How many inches?
It was 3 and 4 inches.
Okay.
Then a kid found one that was 4 inches.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure there's a juvenile megalodon shark
Alive and well.
alive just rolling up and down the eastern seaboard. So
And that's why I don't surf
talking
anymore.
about baby teeth.
That's why I don't surf
They-
anymore.
He's just fucking. They just look old because it takes. How do you know how old a fucking megalodon gets? What if they're 200 years old and they just hit maturity and they're just losing their baby teeth?
I don't
at,
think
say,
they live to
27?
200, but I think
They just.
I
live
know
old,
there's a
rotten
way
teeth.
that they figure out age.
Carbon
but,
dating and stuff like that.
yeah.
I know
Well,
there's
no, but, like-
science can do that.
Um,
So my note to everybody:
don't surf.
take care, be aware, and go prepared. I came up with that myself earlier.
Quick clot and a tourniquet.
Bring a quick clot and a tourniquet.
Look at you. Take care. Be aware. Go prepared.
You like that?
No.
I fucking trademarked that earlier.
Did you really?
Yep.
You did not.
Fuck would I trademark that? Jesus Christ. Play along here, honey.
You act like you don't do weird stuff sometimes.
I did not trademark that, but that is a really good one.
That
But I'm like,
is,
if you're gonna get bit by a fucking
Shark?
megalodon,
if you're gonna die by a
fairly
shark
sure
attack, you
quick
may as
clot
well.
and a fucking tourniquet's
Aren't gonna do
not
shit.
gonna. Yeah. But hey, if you're surfing, just grab your leash, wrap it around the middle of your body after it chewed you in half.
Well, like if it's anything, because we also remember the movie with oh, here we go. I can't.
Remember that one movie
It's
with that one guy?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Ah, motherfucker. Snakes on a plane?
No, it's when he's underwater and they're
Nope, nobody
the
remembers that one.
sharks- Hold on.
God damn it.
And
Meg.
they throw the way they went through those bodies. I mean, if the great whites could go through a body like that, can you?
Nobody needs. You don't need to look this one up. You have
look
to.
it up.
Out of principle, you got to look
Yep.
it up. Huh?
It is called
Deep Blue Sea. Jessica wins the
Yes.
fucking ding, 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 ding.
Deep Blue Sea, and they did a Deep Blue Sea too. I did not know that. I have not seen
Who's
it.
in that?
I don't. I just said I haven't seen
Okay,
it,
we're
but
not-
it
we're
was
not gonna worry about that
on.
one.
It was on TV the other
Telling
day,
you,
and I
they're
was
awful.
like, huh. Yeah,
Okay.
Deep-
Telling you. We try to have. fun
Oh,
around here.
apparently they did a Deep Blue Sea 2 and a Deep Blue Sea 3. Well, I wonder if
What
those were on
channels are these
Sci-Fi.
on? Yeah. These are like your fucking shark versus alligator movies that you used to watch. Remember those?
Oh, that guy's pretty popular.
No, nobody knows who you're talking about, honey. You
His
said
name is
that guy.
Michael Beach.
Talk into the microphone.
Name is Michael Beach.
Who cares?
Nobody cares. And the third one, yeah, nobody knows these people. Nobody knows.
But those guys got their break on it. Okay, put your phone down.
Don't talk to me like that.
Move along. She's going deep
I was
into
going-
Deep Blue Sea.
That
2
shit
and 3.
happens. I start looking for movies on
It's called
Amazon
ADHD,
Prime.
honey.
I started looking for movies on Amazon Prime. Next thing I know, I'm like 8 different shelves deep, and I'm like, "Oh, that movie looks
Takes you
good."
15 minutes
And I'm like,
just to
and
back
it's
out
an
of it.
hour, and I'm like, what just happened to me? Where did I go? What's 3 now? It's
and you're all
4.
just glazed
Now
over,
it's 4, and I still don't
drooling.
have a fucking movie to watch.
Just like,
But it did happen the other day on IMDb too, because I went and looked at trailers, and I was like, "Oh, that looks good. Oh, it leads me to that one. Oh, that looks good. Oh, it leads me to that one. Oh, that one." Beth, step away.
let's go back to your book. Your porno book.
My porno book.
So you've got one, Beaches of the shit.
So this one was specifically talking about Texas beaches, but I imagine it probably happens to all beaches. So 55.
No, it makes sense that this happens somewhere in some places in Texas, though, because the water's disgusting here anyway.
Have you ever seen disgusting water? What do you mean the water is disgusting here?
It's gross. Gulf water is
Well-
gross compared to Atlantic and Pacific water. Just is.
It's darker because it's rougher
and it's got shit in it.
sand, while the other ones have rocks.
No. It's just grosser water, trust me.
Okay, whatever.
It is.
I don't look a gift horse in the mouth because it's the only motherfucking beach I have right now.
Goddamn. That was some Samuel L. Jackson shit right there.
So 55 of 61 Texas beaches has potentially unsafe levels of bacteria.
There you go.
And this was during
Need
2020.
I say more?
But they were talking.
This
I
is
was.
when 2020.
These were from results in 2020.
Okay, so when nobody was at the fucking beach.
Says even though the
Which is even
COVID-19 pandemic
grosser,
may
so
have
what is
kept
it
Texas
now? Uh, indoor.
indoor last year. Well, it's not the people. It's not the people. It's not the people. It's not the Texas. 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 It's
No, it's the babies that they just
No,
leave.
it's like
the diapers they leave behind.
I mean, some of it because it talks
The
about
nacho diapers.
Ew.
That's what they are.
What do you mean?
It's Texas. Everybody eats nachos at the beach.
That's so gross and racist. I can't
No,
even.
I didn't say anything about Mexican people. I eat nachos, but I'm not leaving.
No.
White people leave nacho diapers behind too.
So the sources
that
of water
racist? God
contamination
damn
may include sewage treatment plants, septic tanks, stormwater
He was
runoff,
Jessica.
Huh?
Keep going.
boating waste, and human and animal waste.
Yeah. Fucking gross.
Yeah, but it was human and animal. A lot of it probably is the septic tanks and the treatment plants. I was
There are
like,
points in California where we have to be careful, like with river runoffs. And
Right.
You have to you have to stay away from that because it comes runnings out of the hills and stuff like that. There are places like that.
well, there's places like that everywhere when you have water.
Right.
But so what it can
Get a
cause
little
is
red tide there. That's
Nope,
just
I
an
don't wanna
algae
know.
bloom. It's an algae
okay.
bloom. Yeah.
But like the contaminated
Florida's got one
water
right now.
can gastrointestinal illness, respiratory illness, and other health problems.
Brain eating amoebas.
That's only in lakes.
Oh.
But so yeah, I was like,
Beaches are shitty.
I love beaches. I'm not putting my mouth anywhere near one.
I'm gonna splash you in the face next time we go.
Rude. And then I'm gonna spit it out on. Then I'm gonna go immediately French kiss you and be like, take my germs, baby.
French keys.
French kiss you and make you take my germs. But yeah, I kind of was like, so then I was like, well, I don't know if I want to go to the beach anymore.
Oh, dude, I was just thinking this week. I was like, I'm burned the fuck out of work, so I'm like, do we go to Mexico? Are we allowed to go to Mexico anymore?
I think
I
so.
think we are.
It's just Europe.
Oh, okay. So I want to go sit on a beach and just chill out. Like, it's got to be cheap, right? I don't know. Let's find out. Anyway,
So
that's me
that-
daydreaming.
Made me start looking at this place that's 3 hours away from here called Crystal Lagoons.
Oh yeah, you need to show this.
This place.
This is in Texas, and I had no idea this place existed.
Me neither. Hold on.
Nope.
Yeah, go for it. It's just this is their website, and it's
Okay.
just kind of playing through.
So this is like in the middle of Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Look
And
at
it's just.
that. I think it's probably out towards Houston, but it's huge.
Is this where Dan Crenshaw just had his party?
I have no idea.
This is where Dan Crenshaw just had. They just had a giant 4th of July party.
How do you know it was there?
It looks exactly the
Well,
same.
you need to go look and see where. Let me
I
see if
think it is.
So
Yeah, I think
I think
so.
this has a picture too. Hold on. Yeah, this
It looks
is-
like it. Yeah.
this is. It's in Texas City, Texas.
They just had like a big
Come on.
giant 4th of July party there. Jared and Tim Montana and like a whole bunch of people were there for the 4th of July. So anyway,
Motherfucking fuck.
jeez,
I know, I can't help it.
you're going full Sam Jackson tonight.
Okay.
There you go. It looks badass though. I mean, it looks fun as shit.
It has an obstacle course.
Okay. I don't want to do that. Can I just drink?
No,
and sit
the
in
obstacle
middle of the
course looks
goddamn
fun. I
water?
did the obstacle course. You totally would do the obstacle course. This boat takes you across it. They've got all sorts of stuff. You can rent stuff, kayaks. We could take.
Is it like a resort?
I don't know. No. It's only $20 a head too, which is really awesome.
You
I
can't.
don't
Can you just
know
camp
what's-
out there?
I don't know what's around it.
We'll have to find out. We'll find out and report back.
But rather
think
than
it was
going
the
to a
DB.
beach, let's
DB
go
party there.
there.
Okay.
Let's go there and not a beach.
There's no poop in that water.
I mean, I'm sure they probably chlorinate it. You think?
No.
I would think so.
DB camping trip. That's where that
Is
should
that still
be.
happening?
I have no fucking idea. Jared's always drunk or busy, so I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense.
Anyway,
So I thought
Yeah,
that was my that was my next best water vacation.
it's fucking rad. No, I thought it was like one of those diving hole kind of places. You know what I mean? Like there's like a random fucking water hole. Like you see
Well, they
some
have that
places.
in Austin where you can go like I don't know if I know you can definitely test boats and jet skis there, but I think you can hang out there as well. It's on the way to Austin.
Yeah.
And it is something it's not nearly that big or that nice, but they have something where you can go there as well and hang out.
I'm thinking something a little bit different, like an
But I
actual,
also
like,
want to go to the river. I want to go tube down the river.
Come on, gotta make your mind up here.
Why?
make your
Why can't
mind-
I do it all?
I don't know. Meghan Markle. This one is just in other dumb shit
This
news.
just that name makes me automatically roll my eyes.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry receive a special award from a
Markles, by the
UK
way.
charity for decision to have no more than 2 kids. Did you know there was something called a World Population Day?
No, but I know today's National Macaroni Cheese Day.
Got it.
Macaroni and Cheese Day.
We had macaroni and cheese. But yeah, so they were awarded for coming out and saying that they're not having any more than 2 children.
Do you know how many people only have 2
You
children?
know how many people have 0 children? You know 2 right now. Jeez. It's just the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
So,
They call it the Population Matters Special Award, which gives a nod to the couple for previously announcing the decision to have at most 2 children. Why? Because limiting the population will help lessen the impact on the stress to the globe.
it's your
I
carbon
fucking
footprint.
hate people. I literally hate people. Yeah. So there's a World Population
I don't
Day.
hate people. I hate people who give frivolous awards to people who are ridiculous.
Who are ridiculously rich anyway and don't need any of this bullshit. Granted, like Prince, I don't give a fuck about either of them.
How many people have 2 kids? A lot of people only decide to have 2
Shit
kids because
tons.
more than 2 kids is a lot.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yep.
Crazier. Well, you say those 2 people's name and this is automatically what we do.
Like, where's my goddamn award for not having kids? Rescuing dogs over here.
Where's my goddamn award for having mac and cheese today? Oh, I said the Lord's name in vain. Shit.
And it's not Sunday.
I don't like to do it. Okay, so let's talk about some entertainment.
I just needed to point out the hypocrisy in this word. I don't even know if that's the right word.
They're
Is that the right word? I don't even know
they're
if
so no, they're so
got their heads up their asses so far
Well, it's
that they
honoring
can't
people-
smell their own shit.
it's honoring
Dumbasses.
I can't even go after that. Yes, their heads so far up their asses they can't smell their own shit. It's just giving people like notoriety for nothing.
Right.
People who don't deserve notoriety when maybe they should have picked, I don't know,
Somebody that actually did something important instead of just
about somebody who adopted 2 kids and
there you
only,
go.
you know?
Took them out of an orphanage. Enough of that soapbox. I hate people.
Entertainment.
Should've worn that,
Entertainment.
nope, not today, or I'm done people.
I'm done
shit, so,
peopling shirt.
God damn it.
So we watched a show
Yep.
on Monday night.
You did.
I had seen it and I was like, "Oh, that looks
What
good."
was it?
When or what?
What was it?
DC Titans.
Yep.
Comic book. It's a comic.
DC comic.
Yeah, DC comic. Thank you.
It's fun. So this is our little entertainment section.
It's on
Pretty good.
HBO Max. I
Yeah.
guess they're getting ready to start their 3rd season on
Which I'm not
HBO
paying
Max.
for.
But they've just started showing it with commercials, obviously, on TNT every Monday night.
Pretty cool if you're into
10
DC,
Eastern time.
Batman.
Yeah, it's really good. Like
only
we
though
watched.
it's not Batman.
No, it's
Don't get into it. Let him go out. The
it's
first one
a
just came
younger
out.
version of some of these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first one came out, and usually we don't know if we're
Pretty
gonna
cool,
like
though.
a show
It
after the
was
first episode.
dark.
It's dark. I mean, it started dark.
Yeah,
We were like,
like,
holy
People getting
shit!
shot in the head and shit. Dog.
Like
not just
point blank.
Yeah. So if you want to watch something,
But it was
pretty
good. It was good,
First one.
and
It was, it
now
was
we have to
episode
make
1
the
of season.
decision: are we gonna watch it every Monday night, or are we gonna let it build up and watch it?
I'm a binge watcher.
Loki, the
The
6th
problem
and
is
final
I'll
episode
forget
dropped
about it
tonight.
if, like,
I know.
until you said anything about Loki again, I totally forgot about that.
No,
asshole.
we watched the first one, and I was like, we're not watching them until they all drop.
Yep.
Heard it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody that's been watching it was like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
Anybody watch Loki?
People said it was better than WandaVision, and WandaVision was pretty good.
WandaVision was cool. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be better.
That's what
I
they're
just have a
saying.
feeling.
Said it was really good.
WandaVision was cool, but it kind of like
They said they just
dragged
had a
on
really
bit.
good, like the concept was really good.
Yeah, and it's got Owen Wilson in it. He's got that
Yes.
busted ass. Hey, my God.
And I really like the actor who plays Loki. I've seen in a bunch of stuff. He's very
don't or you
versatile.
do?
I do.
Okay,
He's really versatile.
cool. So that's that. So what's your feel good today?
My feel good is comfort dogs arrive from several states to lend a paw of comfort
Nice.
to the workers working on the Miami condo rescuers.
So they're just helping
Here's
out.
a picture.
Okay. Cover
So, like,
dogs. Okay, so
they're a lot like a therapy dog, but these are called comfort dogs. I don't know if they have to go through the regimen that a therapy
They're
dog has
just
to go
there to be there for people just to.
And it choked me up. One of the ladies was talking about oftentimes.
Yeah,
Let me choke
they're
up
all
again.
Goldens or golden doodles.
They're all golden retrievers. No,
Are they
these are all
Goldens?
Goldens. No doodles in this mix. But she said oftentimes when the dog will come up to one of the rescuer just breaks down.
Yeah.
And will fall to their knees and the dog, I guess, can sense it and just becomes submissive and goes and tries to get that person to love on them. And so these dogs are from a church, or they're part of a church volunteer group from all over the nation that descended upon there and will be there.
There's a reason, that those dogs are so gentle.
Well, golden retrievers are
we've
just.
Got a golden, we've got a golden doodle.
We will always have a golden retriever.
And I swear to God, there's a reason they're like that.
Ours is just
so happy.
Ours are just too fucking big and hyper to be able to do this.
But he's 6 years old.
He's happy. He's happy as
the happiest dog you'll ever see.
Yeah.
He got in trouble yesterday because he was trying to steal food from
you
his
made
brother.
him cry.
I made him yelp because I had to grab him by.
And all I do is like, "What'd you do to my dog?"
And I was like,
office.
"He's totally fine," but he was trying to steal brother from his sick brother who hadn't eaten like fucking 12 or 18 hours because he was sick. And yeah.
They are good
He
dogs.
didn't know anything different 5 seconds after. He was like,
No,
"Oh, can I have a treat? Can I have that?"
They're good dogs. These are good people helping another good group of people kind of work through. I can't imagine the sadness that those guys probably work through all day long.
Goddamn right. They just found like
I
mean, they're up to in their 50s or something.
Oh,
like
they
that.
found more?
They found like a baby or something like that. Yeah, it's just got to be. I mean, it's like any sort of trauma, and that's where these types of dogs come in, and you just go.
No, so she says these dogs.
Stories.
So this is the Lutheran Church Charities Canine Comfort Dog Ministry. She says a lot of times these first responders come up, fall to their knees, they start crying or they smile. They try not to say anything, like they try to just let the dog and the human have their moment, because the dog is a bridge for these people who are grieving.
Yeah.
So
they just walk up with the dog. The dog kind of walks up to him and says, "Hi," kind of thing, and then they get to do that.
And the video I watched, they were also at a school letting kids play with them and stuff, so it was really cute. That's my feel good.
That's absolutely an amazing feel good. So my feel good is, let me get it real quick here. So last week, if you guys, I don't know if many of you guys follow Officer Daniels. So he's a police officer, active police officer, but he's got a pretty significant social media following, and I did post it out to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. You can check that out and find all the pictures and everything that we post. But there was this, he posted about a fundraiser, right? And it was for this police officer that had basically like lost her whole house, like to a fire, right?
Oops.
And
Sad.
so he just posted a link saying, "Hey, you guys can help. Go out and do this." And it was like, when I saw it in the morning, there was less than $10,000 when he posted it. And some fuckhead goes out and he said, "Who's got $5-10 in the name of this cop?" Let me see if I can. Anyway, he posted it out, and somebody else said, "Let me fix it for you," where it says, "Karma caught up to Officer Wright, and she lost everything in a house fire yesterday." So he goes, so he posted this out with this response: "Tony, I hope people see your comment and become more inclined to donate, or to donate more than they planned. Thanks for your help, sweetheart." Right?
What a dickhead. I hate people like that.
Total shitbag move,
Karma.
right?
I hope you get shot.
So
the police officer doesn't come to rescue you.
So Officer Daniels
that's
posted
horrible,
out,
but I can't help it.
who's got $5-10 in the name of this cop hater, right? Well, as of right now, the goal was $30,000. It hit $62,000.
Nice.
So because that went viral, it like literally fucking jumped it. You know, and you go, and it's because of fucking douchebags like that. And I'm glad it had 18.8 thousand more on that second response that Officer Daniels posted. It had 18.8 thousand likes, whatever.
Wow.
So anyway, it's just shout out to the community of people
anymore,
that,
dude. I just don't get it.
You know, that's really what I'm getting at. That's a feel good. It's like people came together, they saw that, and they were like, you know.
And I'll say probably that wasn't a catalyst, but it felt good to even donate because, even better to donate because of that. Yeah. Like some people were probably going to donate and was like, haha,
Now I'm going to put $20 instead
Yep.
of 10.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah. So good deal. All right, so feel good at the day today.
Day in history, you mean?
Today in history. Sorry, today in history is Hank Aaron hits his 500th career home run against the San Francisco Giants in a 4-2 victory for the Braves back in 1968. So that's fucking it's pretty amazing.
500.
Yeah, Aaron would hit a then record-breaking 755 home runs in his career. So think back.
755. I mean, they do play a lot of games.
They play like a lot of players have a lot more now, but I mean,
Back then,
yeah, I mean, you just think that's just incredible.
Yeah.
The technology and everything else.
that's crazy.
And then you have like the steroid era and those sorts
Yeah.
of asterisks out there and stuff like that. They didn't have that shit back then, I don't think. So
No.
anyway, it's an amazing, amazing feat. So throw that out there. All right. So hey,
That's it.
check us out on Friday. We'll be back on at 9-ish. We're going with the 9-ish. I think that's probably the responsible way to do this. Without roids, like Ian said, we won't be on roids.
We won't be on roids.
So thank you. Go out, hit like and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify,
Instagram,
post all the pictures out
Podbean.
to the
Bars open on
Bars-
Facebook,
thank you, and on
Instagram.
Instagram. Cool. Go out, make fire, do something good for each other, one another, somebody you don't know, doesn't matter.
Just
Thanks
be kind.
All the military and first responders. Without you, we can't do this. Ian, come back over and get a beer. It's time.
And he doesn't have to eat dinner this time because we ate
We
early.
already ate. We had Chick-fil-A mac and cheese because it's mac and cheese
National
day.
Mac and Cheese Day, baby.
So if you haven't had mac and cheese, go get some. Evan Haley, we miss you and love you. And
Thanks, Crackers.
cheers to all you guys. Have
Love
a
you guys.
great night.
Bye.
Hope you have an awesome
Rest
Friday.
of the week.
Thursday, Friday.